What is going on, guys? Welcome to our new studio. We're gonna get to that in a second. I'm Heath Pierce, Pat and Ferna, and this is, for football's sake, FFS, our weekly whip around, talking about the game that we love so much. And check out our new digs. All right, Pat, so how was your weekend, sir?
How was my weekend? How was my weekend? How was my weekend? How was my weekend? How was my weekend?
No, but seriously, how was your weekend?
How was my weekend? How was my weekend? How was my weekend, Heath? How was my weekend, Heath? You wanna know how my weekend was?
Pat, I know how your weekend was.
Heath wants to know how my weekend was.
I know how it was.
And we lost. Bad, really bad. But like honestly, I almost feel guilty saying it, but like it was one of the best weekends I've ever had at Cosmos. It ruled. New home, just like new vibes, hanging on the beach, being able to drink beers before the game. Not me, because I don't drink, but like all the other boys. Which
I love how you add that to like the
I don't
experience
care.
of something
It's a group.
you don't do, but like
yeah, but like everyone else is like,
me.
man, it's so nice to drink beers. I'm like, damn, it must.
It's just a weird thing to add to like one of the best like experiences of your life,
Well,
like game experience of your life, that you throw that in there, but you didn't actually take part in it.
Well, I'm like a people person. Like the happier the boys, the happier I am. So yeah, my weekend was sick. I don't know. Anyway, how was your weekend?
I was traveling. You know,
I know.
to beautiful Columbus, Ohio. I was doing some stuff with Major League Soccer. But I was watching the games over the weekend, and it was pretty cool to see Ajax beat Feyenoord in Die Klassieker, or De Klassieker, which is pretty cool. Now that title race is right back on the Eredivisie. And PSG beat our beloved Monaco in the cup final, which makes me really, really sad. But
You've always loved Ajax. What's up with that?
I don't
kind
know.
of a homer. It's like we're always talking about the clubs you like. It's really annoying.
This is something that you're excited about, though. Celtic won the league. Max says 6 in a row, 6 in a row. Come on, you boys in green. Glasgow's green and white.
Yeah, totally. It was a given from the start. Best team in Scotland by a mile.
Yeah, it's the start of April. We're well aware that they're the best team in Scotland.
It rules. And it's like you tried to come at me yesterday on Twitter being like, oh, like first of all, you didn't even mention me. So
because you're not the only one. Because you're also guilty by association within this office of people who just retweet all of your stuff. Anti-modern football, your team won the second day of April with like 10 games to go. It's like 20 points to the next team, and then it's 10 between those next 3 teams. They're literally 30, 40 points out of like 4th place.
Dude,
how is that against modern football?
Because they've built a foundation over 100 years of just excellent football and being the only team in Glasgow. And it's just like, there's no money involved.
It doesn't matter. There's still history and there's no money involved.
Yeah, dude, all those players are
playing for free.
For passion. People want to play for Celtic so bad, they play for free.
Liam the Wolfman says, with another boring draw, does Jose have to bring Griezmann to Manchester United in the summer? You want to answer that?
Yeah, I do. I want you to answer first, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think he should. They draw at home all the time. We saw that rant. I don't know if you guys had a chance to see that rant, but they've also drawn a bunch this year. Like 8 draws, which just isn't good enough for a team that is challenging for a top 4, right? It was another opportunity for them with City and Arsenal drawing to move closer into the top 6. It's just weird, and I think it's not good enough. So I think Griezmann isn't the answer, because if you took Zlatan out of the picture, this team is literally mid-table this year. And he's got the exact same points that Louis van Gaal had when he was in, except that he is having to play with a lot of Louis van Gaal's players besides Zlatan, right?
Yeah, my thoughts exactly on the
You agree with me?
on the situation. Yeah,
all right.
Totally.
All right, cool. Then we'll move on. Warawat says, this was epic Chelsea draw, which didn't actually happen. Chelsea lost. United draw, Arsenal and City draw, LFC win. I mean, he's got, aside from the fact that he got the statistics wrong and the fact that Chelsea drew, they lost.
You never get stats wrong.
Yeah, we have a fact checker that lives in-house here and doesn't ever go home, and he has never gotten one thing wrong.
It's me.
Aside from like the 3 days a week that we have to correct things because we throw a stat out there that isn't factually correct. But that's fine. It's okay that we learn from that type of stuff. But LFC,
I agree with this.
Emoji, yeah. I like the emojis.
At least he's stoked.
I like the engagement. But yeah, huge win for Liverpool this weekend. I think this team looks motivated to play for Jurgen Klopp. They've gone through a lot of injuries this year, their best players, and they haven't been in the best form against some of the smaller teams, but here they are now, and I think they literally could finish second in the league this year, which would be exciting. I'm not even gonna ask you about that again. We'll move
100%.
on to, yeah, you agree with me on that?
On to our next, how was your weekend? Matthias Bergman is upset about Dortmund drawing Schalke. He clearly thinks that they were hard done and that they should have won, but I respect that. He even calls Schalke the Smurfs, or those Smurf bastards. Actually, he says, which is you were saying. People call blue teams that everywhere. Like even in New York, people call NYCFC that, which is cool and all. But like, I mean, anything that's like an insult is fun. But like, why is that an insult? Why is Smurf like? Smurfs were like pretty incredible people.
Yeah, they shaped my childhood.
Yeah, and they were like literally never defeated.
And they ran in numbers too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. Like they were united. And they worked so well in unison together. Like if we could all just live our lives as Smurfs. That is the peak of
the Smurfs lived in like a utopian society, honestly.
Yeah, social. That's what you've been pushing on people. It's basically a Smurf society is what you...
Yeah, Papa Smurf is basically...
Stalin.
I was going to say Fidel, but then I was like, I don't want to say that on here.
All right, well, let's move on to Liga MX because there was some crazy stuff going on there this weekend.
The best league on the continent.
Good weekend for Club Toluca, who are at the top of the table in Liga MX, says Jose Reyes, which is kind of cool. I was reading a little bit up on Toluca. I'm not an expert on them by any means, but they were like runners-up every 6 years in the league, and then they like win one of the half seasons like every 2 in between that. It's kind of crazy. So they might win again this year. But what's best about the league, which actually Omar mentioned is from this weekend anyway, was when we were in Panama and the guy was like, boom! Like, wow! We had a cab driver when we were in Panama. We asked him to predict what the score was. And he was just really calm and quiet. And then when the camera was on him, we were like, who's going to score? And then he's like, oh, El Matador, con la bicicleta, boom! And like just turned into this other
He did like
character.
a little dance. Like, it was great.
There was an incredible overhead kick from Aviles Hurtado this weekend, which actually assisted by our boy Joe Corona, U.S. International. Shout out to you, doing great things down there, but it was incredible. And he smashed it. I don't know if you guys had a chance to see it.
Yeah,
roll the tape.
That was unreal. Is it?
Roll the tape. This just came in. We don't actually have the highlights or the rights to show
basically it was like ball came in and then the ball's coming in. I'm slowing it down. Let's slow it down to like
60 FPS.
Like 60 FPS and then it's coming in.
What does FPS mean?
Fun playing soccer. Fun playing soccer.
Fun per second. We're gonna move this to 80 funds per second.
60 fun playing soccer, and it's on a scale of 1 to 100. So this was pretty fun playing soccer. Anyway, ball's coming in. Goat's like, this guy's like, I'm the goat, and then, I don't know. It was like a bike kick, but maybe it wasn't a bike kick. Because isn't it not a bike kick if you're a little bit angled?
What?
Do you ever score one?
Actually, I didn't. U15 State Cup.
Really?
Semifinals, late in the game against this all-Mexican team from Fresno area, lobbed into the box, scored, ran and celebrated on the sideline, and this dude ran up to us while we were celebrating. This like crazy dude, never seen him in my life, and started yelling, ESPN! I swear, that happened. That's a true story.
That's actually
like,
super
He was
funny.
like saying, ESPN! And was like shaking us, but then like we were all like, you're not our dad. Why are you touching us right now? This is weird. It just got really awkward.
Super funny.
But like I did score, and then we went on to win by quite a few goals, and they were supposed to be better than us.
Can we roll the tape for that? We don't have the rights to that either.
Yeah, I thought we. Once we said ESPN, they took the rights to that. It was actually a U15 State Cup semifinal live on ESPN.
Can we just be like ESP and then like bleep the M? El Matador!
Con la bicicleta, punk on tour. We had Pat in Panama with myself, and
ruled.
check out this little bit of a snippet. But on Wednesday, also, we're going to be putting out the full episode of Pat hitting the road. He's super nervous, but I think it was pretty cool stuff. Getting his first cap in Panama.
Yeah.
The place where I had my last cap, where my dreams went to die.
C35.
Pat got his first one. It's going to be awesome on Wednesday, so make sure you check that out. But check out this little bit on Pat right now. And I back in the cab on our way to the Panama Canal. We've got our friend for a day who's taking us everywhere. He's in traffic. You can't see anything. We have the camera in his face. At a critical moment. At a critical moment while he's turning. You can handle though. You can handle the pressure.
Yeah, of course. Taking the guys all over Panama so they see the good places around here. Matador will make the chilena, boom, boom, in the back, boom, go! Watch it, you better watch out tonight!
All right, guys, that is for football's sake. Thank you, Pat. Thank you to everybody who's helped build this new studio. It's been a long time coming, but I'm really excited. It represents us well. And guess what? Guys, another WTF coming out on Thursday, so get down in the comments right now and let us know what's on your mind. There are huge games going on in April. We want to talk about them, and anything from you?
New York Cosmos champions, even when we lose 3-0.
All right. Well, guys, Pat's also supposed to say something about Snapchat,
Oh.
but doesn't pay attention, so...
Yeah. Also, guys, head over to our Snapchat. We're going to give you a tour of this brand new studio that we're sitting in, which is totally sick, and you're going to get to see the details, and we'll talk a little bit more about the weekend. Heath, how did I do? That's how I feel.